On Inauguration Day, one of the first things the president does after taking office is sign a series of executive orders, certain policies that the president has the power to enact without the need for congressional approval. Acts like Order 8807, which facilitated the Manhattan Project and helped end World War II. Order like 7034, involving the New Deal, which helped millions during the Great Depression. Or perhaps the most well-known, the Emancipation Proclamation, which helped liberate hundreds of thousands from slavery. And often the initial wave of these executive acts are direct reversals from the previous administration, swinging the pendulum in the opposite direction toward a new vision and purpose, sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. And while it may not have always been called an executive order, this idea isn't new in world history, maybe even going all the way back to one man, Adam, in the garden. There, God formed the world and called it good, and he gave mankind the authority to rule over creation in his same likeness. But rather than rule in the order and likeness of God, mankind took the throne of office and chose to be a god unto themselves, reversing the order of God's good creation and setting forth an administration of evil, where pride, corruption, greed, suffering, and injustice reigned, resulting in a sin-sick world of death and separation from God. Paul says it this way in Romans 5 and verse 12, that just as sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin, so death spread to all men because all sinned. But even from the very beginning, it was written that one man would lead a revolution to crush the power of evil and reestablish the order of God's goodness in the world. Or as Romans 5:17 says, if because of one man's trespass, death reigned through that one man, much more will those who receive the abundance of grace and the free gift of righteousness reign in life through the one man. And that one man, Paul says, is Jesus Christ. Therefore, he continues, as one trespass led to condemnation for all mankind, so now one act of righteousness leads to justification and life for all mankind. So Jesus, through one executive act, reversed the current of human history, swinging the pendulum of power back toward the purposes of God, a purpose in which all people are called to participate. An administration defined not by pride or corruption, greed or injustice, but an administration of care and kindness, honor and humility, goodness and gratitude, service and sacrifice, loyalty and love. An administration defined by one symbol, one vision, one purpose, one man, and one executive act of Jesus giving himself for us on the cross, ending the world's war with evil, redeeming us from the great debt of sin, and liberating us from the chains of death. The administration of new creation, where we live under the reign of Christ and the likeness of his image and in the presence of his glory, forever carrying out the order of his great love like a law written on our heart.